Hey, welcome back folks, it's me Worm. Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. When last we left off, we just arrived at Huntsman's Copse. I died a couple of times trying to get an item from over there, which was a Forest Lockstone and a Token of Fidelity, one of which does actually have some use for a Covenant that we'll go back and do at a time. But for now, we're going to try and progress through this area of the game. It's been a couple of days since I've played it, so yeah, we're just going to push on and see what we can get done this episode. I'm hoping to reach the next boss, but it might take a little bit more time. I do actually remember this area, or at least one of the enemy types here vaguely. I remember one from the next area as well, or at least in the build up to the next boss. So we'll go and do that. But for now, we're just gonna take our time to explore, pick up any items we can. As you may recall from last time, we selected the twin blade and we put poison on it, so that's what we're using now. There's a soul pile over there, there's no souls in it. I did actually die a handful of times trying to get that item and didn't manage to reclaim my souls, but that's fine. It was only, I think, a few thousand. And at this stage of the game, well, a few thousand is absolutely nothing really. As you can see, there's an enemy clutching onto the edge there. He'll probably try and climb back up. Now, is this the place? I think there may be some of those butterfly things up in the air here, folks. I can't remember though. Yes, there are. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip the throwing knives. And that was the enemy type I remembered as well from this area. Just wanted to make sure I didn't get hit there. As you can see, they're extremely tanky, these guys. So just don't mess around with them. Try and get the hits in that you can. And eventually they'll go down. For some reason that doesn't stagger them. But they're going down pretty easy, and as you can see he's poisoned now, so we'll just let that tick away. And he's gone. So as I said, we're going to try and use the throwing knives to deal with these things. It's only one hit to kill them. There should be an invasion down here, I seem to recall as well. But for now we'll focus on dealing with the ordinary enemies. It feels a bit weird being back playing a Souls game again. I haven't played either this or Elden Ring for a couple of days now, so it might take a moment to get back in the swing of things. I started Marvel's Avengers earlier. I'm actually probably going to get some more of that recorded tonight. But I did want to just try and get a bit of this out the way with. We're going to leave that house for the moment. Oh, I just tried to click the stick into going to crouch like you would in Elden Ring. Okay, let's give that guy a wide berth when he goes in for a swing like that, because as you can see it does hurt. I'm also concerned that there might be enemies behind me. Oh yes, there's the invasion I was talking about. We're going to want to try and get this guy poisoned ASAP. And he has been, so we'll ignore him now and try and focus on getting this guy down. As you may have noticed, Dark Souls 2 is rather clunky, so things like this can be annoying. You don't want to get clipped as you go in for a roll. Can we get poison ticking away on this guy? It doesn't look like it. We will do though. The quicker attack speed on this weapon is really useful as well, because as you can see you can usually interrupt attacks if the enemy staggers easy. But we took a pretty rough hit there. Doesn't help that he's blocking our attacks as well quite a bit. Oh god, we could have to heal here. Let's see if we can trap him behind that tree for a moment. There we go. No problem. He'll probably land another hit or two on us. But, yeah, there we go. He's going down there. And there we go, the invader's dead. You usually get an extra Estus flask, I think, when you kill an invader. I don't know if it works out that way on Dark Souls 2, but I know it did on 1 and 3 as well. I'm going to say, I'm sure there was another one of those things here. We're going to heal. No point risking it. I don't know how many more of those big guys are around. We want to keep an eye out for those. And I'm also just looking at weapon durability and thinking, yeah, we might have to use some repair powder at some point, but that's fine. Aromatic ooze, I believe, adds magic damage to your weapon. Yes. There are some good little buff items you can get like that, but because we already have poison on the weapon, I don't think we can make use of them. Now, I know in one of these rooms there's enemies waiting up, like in a gap above you. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. There is a summon sign there as well, just to make this area a bit easier. As you've seen, there are quite a few enemies here, and there are one or two pretty large enemies, so I guess it makes sense. We're going to proceed up here. We're not going to go over there just yet. I think there's some dogs here, aren't there? Maybe not, but this was what we were going for anyway. We're going to kill this thief guy here. And we got some rogue leggings for killing him, which is just an armor set. Oh, it's another one of these guys that we saw guarding that room in the Forest of Fallen Giants behind the locked door. That poison's really ticking away at him. He's down. Just make sure the chest is where it appears to be. Again, we haven't yet seen why we do that, but it's interesting when we do. And we got a Sublime Bone Dust, which we can use to upgrade our SS Flask to make it heal us more. And a magic spell, which we need. Also, I am noticing one or two minor stutters in this game. I don't know what's causing it. We're playing this on a 3070 Ti with a Ryzen 9 5900X at 1080p. So realistically, there should be no stutters. Now that's one direction we need to go in. That leads to a boss fight over that bridge there. I'm trying to decide whether to go up there first. No, we'll do the boss fight first. There's some horrible enemies here which I made reference to in the previous episode. Now, are there any to the left? No, there's just this one here. So, these guys can be a pain in the arse. Just try and get backstabbing where you can. And then just let the Twin Blade do its work with the poison. I think I might actually swap life gems into my equipment belt. Or my quick use items. Just because, as you can see, we are taking a few hits here and there, but I want to save some Estus Flask for the boss fight. The boss fight coming up is a pretty interesting one. It's more of a gimmick fight, I guess, but it is a pretty well done one. Do we want to try and lure one of these guys? Is there one over there? No. I knew there was something there. I was being careful, I didn't realise what it was. So we want to try and get that poison ticking down on this guy, and we have, so that's good. Let it attack again, and then just go apeshit on it. They've caused me problems before and resulted in numerous deaths, but this time it's going pretty smoothly. And we get a notched whip for that, which is like, I believe a whip with bleed damage. Just going to check that now just to make sure. It's actually a pretty cool sounding weapon, but I probably won't use it. Yes, it's a whip that does bleed damage and has quite significantly higher base damage than an ordinary whip by the looks of it. Okay, this room here, oh well, not room, this passage here. You see these guys up on here? You can get them to come down one at a time, and you want to, because, yeah, if you get numerous of these on you at once, you're pretty fucked. And then what we're going to do is the same as before. Just get him poisoned, and then back the hell up, because, yeah, they'll wreck you. As you can see there, the damage output from them is really quite high. I may actually clear this area out between videos, just to get quite a few souls. Because I think they give a fair bit. Now, we just want to trick one down. There we go. This is another variant that carries whips. Roll under the first whip, the last whip rather, and then just do the usual. Get the damage going on them. Back away. And then we should be able to finish off with this flurry. Okay, can we trick one of these into coming down? I think you can, yes. I was going to say, I'm sure you can trick them to come down one at a time. It's a bit of a lame way of doing it, but I'd rather not fight like 4 of these at once. Again, we'll just leave enough stamina just to roll away. We've got enough stamina for 4 back-to-back attacks with the Windblade. And then we're going to get this guy to drop down now. Whoa. Whoa. I was going to say, where the fuck was that? Let's get that poison ticking down. I didn't leave enough stamina that time, so we did have to take an attack there. So as usual, we're just going to use the life gem to heal through it. Get down here. Oh, those throwing knives actually do a fair bit of damage. That's a surprise. Now this bridge here, there are some gaps in, and there are a couple of items to grab I think off the side, which we'll do if we take the boss out. I'll remember not to rest at the bonfire, because I don't want all these enemies to reset. But yeah, we've cleared all those out now anyway. So as you can see, you can drop down off here onto there. I believe this is actually the safe way, or the intended way of getting that item off there actually. I think that's why this is the way it is. I think there's a tough enemy coming up over there, but it might be in New Game Plus it shows up. I can't remember. Oh no, it is there. I was going to say there's a red phantom type enemy there. We're going to get poison ticking down on him though, hopefully. In previous playthroughs though, he has been a bit problematic, so we'll see what happens. Knock him off, because why not? Okay, let's see what we can do about this guy. As you can see, he's got a shield and a greatsword. So, all in all, not a very nice guy. If you roll into him like that, he shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, he's got a lot of poise though, so he can tank our hits pretty easily without getting staggered. But as you can see, he's going down alright now. That poison is doing its work as well. We'll just give it a few more seconds. And he's back up to full. Oh, you prick. So we really don't want to die there, so we are just going to go all in. I don't know whether it's worth using a repair powder. I might slot them. Where are they? There. We haven't really got enough to waste. That looks like an annoying jump as well. We'll probably do that after the bot. No, fuck it. It just looked annoying, it wasn't really that bad. We get a fire seed, which, as I said before, is what you use to upgrade your pyromancy glove. Pyromancy being the fire magic in this game. We're just going to wait for the life gem to get us back up whilst I show pyromancy if I can. Yeah, we've got the fireball attack. You require a pyromancy flame to use it. And basically the fire siege just increased the DPS, I think, of the pyromancy flame. But anyway, here we go. Let's watch the cutscene. I love those red haze effects at the side of like the boss fight cutscenes in this game. So this is a gimmick fight. Say hello to the Executioner's Chariot. It looks intimidating. It's got a horrible scythe, which might actually be a weapon I decide to use in this game. I'm not sure yet. But either way, you've got these side areas to hide him. What you want to do is make use of them, because when the chariot comes racing past, yeah, you just want to be in one of them. So we're going to keep them running around for a moment. And then we want to try and get out of there so we can heal. I don't know if you saw there, but they do actually heal those guys. Oh dear. Okay. We could be about to die, to be honest. Because, yeah, we're not in a great position here. I meant to heal, but I ended up using a repair powder. these necromancer people are what is summoning those skeletons and causing them to come back to life, as you may have seen. I think there's 2 in the arena. So if we just work through those and then heal again. Did we not use a repair powder? We're going to now. Oh, it doesn't really do a whole lot. Great. I thought for some reason that healed a lot more, or repaired your weapon rather a lot more than it does. But as you can see, it's a gimmick fight. You're supposed to duck in these little enclosures. If you get hit though, it is a one-shot, so just make sure you don't get hit basically. That's kind of just the way to go about this game. Just don't get hit, guys. Let's let the chariot come round, and then at the last possible minute, duck into there. And then we're going to rush around and try and deal with the other horrible summoner. I don't actually know where he is. Oh yes. Oh god. Let's heal. And then let's get the hell out of there. Oh dear. We could be about to die here, folks, because... oh no. Okay, so there's the horrible necromancer who's bringing them back to life every time. We should be alright now. We're going to work on taking care of the skeletons, and then we'll deal with the chariot. I'd rather the chariot dealt with that last skeleton for me whilst I healed, but... okay, that's fine. Oh no, he's still alive, great. So we want to hit that lever there as soon as all the skeletons are down. We're going to do that now. I would actually like to take care of this last skeleton. This fight's not too hard, but it can be problematic if you're not careful. So whilst the chariot's down, just get a few hits in. He'll try and back kick you like that. I'm actually surprised by how little damage output we're getting from this twin blade. He does have like a smog breath attack as well that we'll probably see soon. Why is the DPS from this twin blade so low? Okay, so yeah, that's the attack you want to try and punish. As you see, you can usually get a couple of hits in when he does that. And now we'll try his breath attack. That's fine, we can punish that. It looks like he might actually be taking poison damage as well, which it didn't seem like he was to begin with. We want to heal so we don't die. Oh god. If you want to die, please, chariot. That would be very nice of you. Okay, he's doing his breath, we should be able to kill him now. And there we go, first time. The weapon's very nearly broken, but what does it matter really? We get the Executioner's Chariot Soul, which I think we can trade for a scythe if I'm right. And maybe a magic spell as well. I'm going to go and check with Strayed of wherever it is. That guy who you can trade weapon souls into. There's at least one person you can do the same with in this game. We're going to go around and gather up all the items, and then we'll go up to the right. In fact, we'll do that now, and then we'll check on our way back through for items, since we're not resting at the bonfire yet. Ideally, I don't know if you saw the bridge earlier, but I'd like to get that lowered so we can just sprint past all the enemies and go up there at the start of the next video when we've repaired our weapon. Okay, so there's a fella here. We're going to talk to him. I'm going to shut up while we talk.
What is it? Oh, you trot along now. This place won't be any fun. Not for you. What is it? Oh. What?
Okay, so I was just checking there to see if he'd answer us if we spoke to him a few times. Turns out he won't. He is the head of one of the covenants. You take him a token of spite, I believe it is. And he should speak to us, and then we'll get the achievement for that covenant. But, as we saw there, the Executioner's Chariot, it's not a particularly difficult boss. But those skeletons and the summoning mechanic can be a pain in the ass. But I do like the fight itself. I do like that it has that mechanic of you have to take out the summoners, then you have to hit the switch to knock it off the chariot itself, and then you just fight the horse. And the horse has a few attacks. It doesn't have anything particularly brilliant, but it's something different at least. So we're now going to proceed down here. I do actually know that one of the worst bosses in the game's coming up in terms of quality. In fact, to be honest, a few of the bosses in this next stretch of the game can be quite dull. But the chariot is definitely one of the highlights, I'd say. Like I say, it's just the fact that it's got that little element of difference to it from the other fights in the game, which for the most part all seems to blend into one. But that's just Dark Souls 2 for you. I think we've got everything there. We can proceed up here. As I said, I want to try and get that bridge lowered. I might even switch back over to the bastard sword if the weapon looks like it's in danger of breaking, so we can just proceed on maybe to the next bonfire even. But no, as soon as I've loaded the bridge actually I'll call it a video. So there's a couple of enemies up there we want to deal with. They're a pain in the arse, and we are going to use yet another life gem between that. This was the room, I believe, where one of those rogues drops down off the roof when you go in there. You can see him up there now, actually. I wonder if we can lure him down early. Okay, we can't. Oh well. I think I just heard another enemy somewhere. So I said there were dogs around here. As you see, I wasn't lying. We are taking a bit too much damage from those arrows, though. I'm sure there's another dog somewhere. Fuck it. Those throwing knives do a hell of a lot of damage for what they are. They might even be a bit OP, to be honest. Where are you going? I mean, do we really need to kill him? Probably not. I don't think there's really any point to doing so. So to lower said bridge, if we take a step in here, there should be a switch, well, a lever. We're going to let that guy drop down first, if he decides he wants to. Alright, we're going to force him to. There we go, nice and easy. And we're going to hit the switch. Is this guy now going to wake up? And that lowers said bridge. So, I'm now going to switch back over to the bastard sword, folks. Wherever it is. But we'll put it on as a second slotted weapon. Back to the good old days, and in the next video, folks, we'll be exploring across the bridge. Until then.